painting at home with a file in hand, blinging up tips, you got the sleuthing planned. Nails by Misty, I craft and I slay, with true crime tales while we polish all day. Charms, chrome killers and glue, DIY nails with a crime-loving crew.
Hey everyone, it's T. Welcome back to my channel. I really appreciate you being here. Today we are going to work on my January nail roulette nails. So this time around for the January nail roulette, the color is charcoal. So I chose this Vendini cat eye. It's like a charcoal cat eye. Chose that. And then I also chose this water cat eye from Vendini to go along with it as some accent. And then the shape and length, XXL stilettos. As you can tell, these are some crazy long stilettos that I got in the box that I got my mystery nail practice scoop from Queen V. I got these tips in there, so I'm going to use those because they are beautiful, extra long stilettos. Now, here's the fun part. These need to be sweater nails, but the theme is also space. So we have to figure out how to make spacey sweater nails. And then, of course, there's that extra nail effect, which at this point is a free choice on this one in January. So what I kind of decided I wanted to do was I was going to do I'm going to do a space effect on the whole nail first. Then on the bottom half, or maybe the bottom third of each nail, we're going to do a sweater nail pattern on it. And that is going to be our spacey sweater nails. So if that sounds like something you want to watch, please stick around. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. It would be a huge help to me and I would really appreciate it. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to put a base coat on these and then we'll be right back. Okay, so the only thing I did was I went and I did a base of this cat eye, that charcoal first, and I got rid of all of the sparkle. Now on this one, we're gonna play with the cat eye, and we want the cat eye to kind of go in a spiral pattern, or at least that's what I'm gonna try to do, right? I have a magnet that I'm going to use that I'm hoping I can kind of draw like a little bit of a spiral in the cat eye, and you're going to be able to see it. It is a overcast, rainy, oh, that was from last time, so we won't be cleaning that up underneath the nail. Oh, I almost put that in the lamp. That was close, y'all. Whew. All right, so let me grab my magnet here. This is the magnet I'm going to use, and I'm going to use the smaller end. And we're going to draw once we activate this. So we want to get it all nice and sparkly and get all that, like, all of those little magnetic particles. I want to go, whew. And I want to push them back, because I don't need them on the bottom of the nail at all, so I'm not worried about it there. I want it more over here. So I'm going to take this magnet that has the ball on the end, and I'm just going to start going in a circle here, where I kind of want all of my sparkle to go. So let me pull some of this up here. All right, so we've kind of got it all right there on the top for us. I'm just gonna go around and I'm gonna do a little, that's all we're doing. Doesn't need to be perfect at all, but we're gonna go in there and we're gonna do that on all three of our nails. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it on the other two and we'll be right back. All right, so we have our little spirally kind of designs. Like I said, They don't need to be perfect, anything like this. This is a base. We have a few other colors we're going to add to this. So I have, this is a water cat eye, but it's got a lot of that little sparkle to it. So we're going to use some of that. It is a much thinner cat eye than that gray that I just used. It was so thick. Not that there was anything wrong with that. It gives you a nice effect, but it was a very thick cat eye compared to this one. That's all I'm trying to say. So we're going to grab our magnet, and we're just going to kind of push it over into the one corner over here. So we've got some sparkle, but then in that one corner, we've got that cat eye. We're just randomly going to go and do that on the rest of them. Now this one is much like, if you look at it, it's like the shape is different. It's got a lot more silver higher up. It's fine, we don't care. Nothing, this is going to be a very random, abstract kind of design. So on this one, I'm going to put some of this cat eye on this side now. We're going to go ahead and grab our magnet. And we're going to bring some of that silver over here, because I want to see like a little bit of this sparkle, and you know, I'm just adding a little bit. It's space. Space is very abstract looking, in my opinion. So we're just adding this, like I said, in a few spots on these nails, and we've got some other cat eyes we're going to use as well, just to kind of make them very like spacey kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Hold on, let me just try to get this cat eye where I want it. Come on. Very random look. Let me try it this way, and maybe it'll be easier for me. I'm trying to, come on, cat eye. You know you want to work with me. There we go. I'm just trying to get it to kind of pull a little bit that way. So it makes it look kind of like that, it's swooshing off. And so this is our first one that we did, right? So we're going to close these up because we do not want to make a mess on them. I'm famous for that. And then we're going to pull out these two Mortas. Now, this Morta polish is so, I mean, the cat eye in it is so crazy. Some of them I've opened them, and some of them I haven't. So these are two that I have not tried yet. So I figured, heck, you know what? Let's go ahead and use them. So let me open them up and I'll be right back. Okay, so I grabbed a few more colors out because I felt like I needed a little bit of blue, maybe some purple in with this. So I'm gonna grab my square nail brush, so it's just my flat one, nothing fancy. And we're going to just put some cat eye, put some of these cat eyes in a few areas and kind of make it more of a layered look. So I'm just going to grab some of this blue. I don't want very much. I'm going to bring it through this area here. Okay, same thing on this nail. It's like a bluey purple. I'm going to put some of that like right here. Right here in the middle. Ooh, the sun is deciding to peek out after being nasty and ugly and wanting to come through my window when I'm working in the nail room. Awesome. Let's put these nails not in any sunlight, shall we? We do not want anything to cure before we want it to. I'm doing all three at once just because I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm going to clean it off in between the three, but I didn't want to have to do like, you know, clean it multiple times. You know what I'm saying, right? Okay, so, forgot what I was going to do. We're actually going to kind of put these in and activate them all sort of at the same time. So I've grabbed some of that orange now and I'm bringing that down in this area. And on this one, I'm going to put it over here in the corner some. And on this nail, I think we will put it like right here. Need just a smudge more. This is just to kind of add some color and movement to our spacey looking nails. All right, so we've done that with the orangey. Now we're going to go in with some of this blue, this really bright blue. Like through here. And on this nail, we're going to put it over here. And on this one, we're going to do a little up here. And it's just going to add some color. It's going to be fun, I think. Fun. That's what this is all about, right? Making nails should not be such a serious business that you get yourself completely stressed out. I have done that. There is no need to. You know, I've done the thing where I'm like, oh, I like that person's video. I'm going to start doing videos just like that. That's not what this is all about. You need to be like you, original. We all are making nails. I get that part, but we all have our own, you know, unique, quirky spin that we put on things. And I think sometimes if we forget about that, we lose what makes us different and unique. So I just hope everyone remembers that. I know there are many a time when I'll be like, I'll catch myself doing something and I'm just like, it doesn't feel right, you know? I just don't feel good doing it. It's not like, you know, but I'm like, oh, but everybody's like really likes these videos that I've seen people doing. Who cares? You need to do what makes you happy, what you like. And then people will come to your channel. You just have to be true to yourself. And I think sometimes, you know, because let's be truthful, there's so many damn channels out here. Ooh, I just put a fuzzy on there, damn it. There's got to be something, you know. Our quirkiness and who we are is kind of what I think will draw people to our channels. That's my opinion. You can take it for what it is. So, now that I've got all of those different ones on there, I'm just going to try to pull everything up so you can kind of see the different colors we've got going on. I don't want it to be like too crazy because it's just supposed to be adding a little bit. Now, I feel like that spot right there is kind of open, right? And I don't like how that looks. So I'm going to just kind of like pull that through a little. And I feel like I want a little bit more blue on this nail. Kind of like right through here maybe and a little in through there. Let's see. Oh, let's spread this out a little bit. A little clumpy, didn't like how that looked. All right. Let's see what we've got here. Just want to pull all the different like cat eye colors. We don't want to do so much that we miss what's going on in the middle. So we're going to go back in, kind of do our little spiral thing again. There we go. Feel that it's looking quite spacey, don't you? Now on this one, it's kind of hard to see the little spiral underneath because I've got so much cat eye on it now, I feel like. Kind of like on that first one. Going to do the exact same thing. I mean, you can kind of see it there, but we're going to go in and reinforce it. So I think with this, I'm going to try to do a little drawing with this little pen one and see how that works. I haven't tried this before with this little one, but I want to bring some color like right to that side. I'm going to wipe my brush off just a smudge. This is going to be covered in the pattern of the sweater down here, but I felt like this needed to be smoothed out a little bit. So let's do our cat eye again. Got that blue in the middle and some of the pinks and the golds. I actually like that quite a bit. I feel like it's very space looking. Okay, so let's take out our first nail and get that one in. 60 seconds. Let's put the lids on these and then we'll be right back. All right, so we have our 3 nails. We've done our multiple layers of cat eyes to kind of get our spacey look that we've got going on these nails. I'm going to give them a base coat. Then we're going to put some little itty bitty tiny holographic silver stars on them. Top coat them with a nice shiny top coat. Then we're going to start working on the pattern on the bottom that is going to be our sweater pattern. So let's go ahead and I'm going to use my favorite base coat that I've been using lately. I've been using my Glitterama base coat quite a bit lately. I really like it. So we're just going to go ahead and top coat this, base coat it. Kind of smooth everything out a little bit, but also give a sticky surface for those stars to stick to. So I'm just trying to make sure that it is a even coat. I think I say that a million times, but a thin, even coat. I tend to get a little heavy-handed sometimes. And one of my goals for this year was trying to remember to slow down and do some of those things that we know are going to make the nail look that much nicer. So giving it a nice thin coats instead of like one thick coat that may not cure nicely, all of that kind of thing. Last one. I hope everyone is having a good day whenever it is you watch this video. It should be coming out the 3rd week in January. Nail Roulette will be released. The video for Nail Roulette will always be released on the 1st of the month, and the videos that people, if they choose to do them, no one needs to do this with me. I do this because it helps me with my creative process, helps me use products that I have a lot of, as we have all seen my room tour. So it's never like this is anything I expect people to do. If they want to do it, I am more than happy, and I love when people join. But this is for fun, and I do giveaways in every so often associated with it, which can be fun as well. But for the most part, it's just a lot of fun using products that we don't get, we all have so much stuff. At least I know I do. One of the reasons I tend to give stuff away in my giveaways is I have so much of it. It's easier for me to just be like, here, let's share the wealth here. My goal for this year is not to do that anymore. Not to not do the giveaways. Not to buy unnecessary amounts of product. So we're just adding a few little stars. The stars on this one, they're so tiny. I'm trying to kind of put them in a little bit of a spirally pattern. So, oh God, there's so much. Did you see all the fuzz on the end of that thing? Holy moly. Lucky I didn't get it all over the nail. So I'm just kind of going with our little spiral we've made with our star pattern here. And I'm not going to add a whole crap ton of them, but I just think they'll be fun. Oops, go back over there, star. Okay, so we've added a few stars on that one. We're going to top coat these, but I'm going to do all the stars first. I'm going to use my Glitterama top coat. It works so well with the Glitterama base coat. And we are going to go ahead and be very gentle with these when we top coat them. We're trying to make sure we don't move those stars, or move them as little as possible. We can get them back where we want them, but if we don't have to, that would be even better, right? So I'm just being very gentle. Kind of trying to float it over where the stars are. This levels really nicely. One of the reasons I wanted to use this top coat. I really like it. Excuse me, sorry about that. I totally forgot to turn the ringer down on my phone. Okay. So that is what we are working with. The top is our spacey look, right? And then we're going to go in and do that sweater effect I was talking about. I'm going to try a new way of doing it. It kind of does it more like a tweed looking sweater. But I saw this and I wish I could remember the creator. It's on Instagram, and if I can find it, I will link the video. I think I shared it with Stacy, so I should be able to find it. And it's just a new way of doing a kind of like a sweater effect. And I just thought it was so cool looking. I'm like, I gotta try that. All right, so making sure we get down to our, all the way down on all the damn sidewalls. I do have stamps that have sweater patterns on them, and I do want to get better at my stamping. That is also one of my goals this year. Wow, I don't know if you can see, but look at the sun coming in. It's going to hit that brush, and we are going to not be happy about it. So let's make sure. That would have been very, very sad. Okay. Like I said, we are going to, and if I'm not mistaken, oh shit, did you see me throw that bottle at myself? My God. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I put the right one on the right bottles. It's nothing worse than grabbing a bottle, and I've done this a couple of times, thinking it's one color and it's another, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, what the hell? It kind of throws you for a loop. All right, we are going to use our palette. These are our 3 nails that we have going so far. Our spacey nails. So, nail number 1. Nail number 2. And number 3. Oh, see, look at that. I did not notice that. We're going to have to, luckily we're not going to see that at the bottom. Looks like there was a fuzzy and I didn't see it. All right. So how this is going to work is, let me grab a silicone tool here. I am going to take, these are, gosh, who makes these? I can't even read that. It's so freaking tiny. What does that say? Another sexy. Okay, it's oil painting gel. So it's really thick, right? I mean, really thick. So we're gonna do a stripe of it right here. Sorry, it moved. So a stripe of it right there. Then we're gonna come back and we're gonna grab our red. Ooh, the lid decided to fly off. Let me clean my tool off really quick. We're gonna grab some of our red. And you can see, I mean, this is like thick. Trying to, when I spread it on here, I'm trying to make it fairly, there we go, fairly smooth. You'll see why. And then some black. A little bit more of that black. Okay, hopefully we have enough of all of them to do what I want to do. So what we're going to do is I'm going to grab one of my ENC wipes, one of my big ones. It might be a little soft for what I want to do. One sec, let me grab a different wipe. Okay, I'm back. You want to grab a wipe that is one of the ones that have like some rigidity to it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in our paint, right? And we're going to go and we're going to start doing our little sweater pattern. It's going to be much more like a tweedy pattern, like I was saying. So we've got the white going that direction, and we're going to just keep layering this. I'm going to put some more white right through here. So that's the white. Now we're going to get into some of that red. And I'm just touching it to it. Now the red, I'm thinking I might need more of that. So let's go ahead and cure that. I don't feel like the red is going to pop on the nail as much as I thought it would. I think it's not going to show up as much if we don't use more of it. So let's get some more red out because I really think that red will be kind of cool on it. All right, so let's see if that is enough this time. The white worked fine. The red, I think being that it's the color it is gonna need a little bit more. The black probably too, now that I think about it. So we're gonna go in and we're gonna put a red line here. So I'm just randomly touching it to different spots and we're gonna keep building it up. I might want to try a different product. I think these are not going to work as well as another one that I have. So one sec, I'll be right back. All right, we may take a little break because the sun has decided it wants to rear its beautiful head, but not exactly what you want for nail art. I pulled out the Y2K palette. I think these are going to work better. So let's try it with the red and see. I feel it's going to leave more of that color that we're looking for. And oh yeah. Yep, this is what I wanted. I'm just going to keep building it up on our nail, going both directions with the colors. Okay, so we have the red on the nails. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to do some of that pink. Using the same wipe, just turned it and grabbing some pink. And we're just going to keep layering these colors on top of each other. I'm going one direction and then I go the other direction. It just, for me, it's easier that way. You do whatever works for you. This is just what works for me. All right, in the lamp that goes, let's grab our last one here that needs some pinks. And we probably will go back in and maybe do layers of each one of these colors one more time. I just think the more you layer it up, the better this look is going to look for you. Now on this one, I'm kind of bummed. I have one red line that is really kind of like off kilter, so I'm going to try to cover that by putting another pink line over it. I do like where we're at, though. I think we're at a cool stage. I mean, look at how wild that looks. Oh my God, I'm loving it. Okay, I'm determined. I want to get these done. All right, we are gonna try to figure out how we can do this. Let's see. All righty, block this on. Thank you, Mr. Box. All right, I'm gonna go in with the white now. Trying to keep my wipe as stiff as possible. I think that is like the key to this, but you have to have enough gel on it as well. But you have to keep it stiff. You don't want it to curve. You're trying to make those straight lines. This white one is arguing with me a little bit. I feel like my white might be just a little too thick. I might need it slightly thinner because I don't feel like it's not given the same effect that the red and pink did. So I think it's just slightly too thick, but we're gonna try. I think this is going to work better. It needs to be thick, but it doesn't need to be too thick. And I think that's the problem we're having with the white, is it's too thick. So let's see if my hypothesis was correct. Let me get a wipe we can use. 1 second. Okay, I'm going to try it with the thinner white, and I think that's going to work a lot better. We're going to find out. Oh yeah, much better. So I'm just going to continue building this all up. Putting our little stripes in different areas. I am going to try to put white in a few strategic spots. Like I kind of want a little bit there. I like that one. I really like how that's coming out. I think it's looking cool. I want to add some more. So I'm going to add a little bit of this white. It's getting to be easier to use this silicone tool now that it's sort of built up on itself. You know what I mean? There's more and more layers of it. So it's harder to get that wipe to take the color and put it where you want. So I'm finding the silicone tool works pretty darn well for this. Okay. I'm liking the silicone tool once it starts to build up. I like the effect that the wipe gave initially, but then it got to be, the paint is built up and you can't get the wipe down to the surface of the nail to put a good color on. So this tool seems to be working better now for kind of what I'm looking to do. Okay. I think I'm going to add, while I have this one here, I'm going to add the pink using the silicone tool. Because like I said, it seems to be working better for me. Once we get to this depth of layering. Okay, we are back and we literally just finished, like, as the sun decided it was going to make itself known in my nail room. I never normally get sun like this in through that damn window. What the hell is going on? Anywho, let's look at our nails. So this is our first one. We've got that space stuff going on the top half, and on the bottom half we have our Tweety sweater. So nail number 2. So pretty. And then our third one. Let's go ahead and put these on a palette so you can see them. Okay, so here are our spacey sweater nails. We did that Tweety sweater pattern on the bottom and the cat eye with the stars and the swirls on the top for the space look. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Do you like them? Would you do this look? I want to wish everyone peace, love, and joy. Mwah. Love ya. Have a great one.
Fixing colors, designs on the go, in a world where mysteries glow.